Hey guys, it's Suki.
And the Video Master.
And well, you can obviously tell we're in a completely different location as to normal. We are shooting this at Anime Week in Atlanta 2013. Pretty much we decided for the final episode we couldn't come up with anything. We couldn't come up with like another really big personality. You know, we get like CR.
We can't really get BronyComs to help us anymore. They've got their own schedules. We couldn't get anybody else that we could really think of, so
we got these assholes. Yeah, on our right,
it doesn't matter. Over here.
That side. That side, that's Mighty. Yeah, of course, you guys know him from the Darkstalkers video, which this time you actually see him. And joining us for the first time ever on this is if you go to our streams, this is Sergeant Rock.
Hello.
We can't ban him this time.
Nope. You can force
Rock, go sit in a corner.
You can force me out of the room.
It's just like we just pick you up. Right?
If I felt like putting effort into editing this, I would totally have gone, hey, wait a minute, and just flip him out.
He just comes back, you guys are assholes.
So
we snap our fingers and he's back out.
What could have been, folks? What could have been?
So sorry I couldn't put that much effort into this video, but anyway, as you can tell from the title, yes, this is our finale Let's Watch for Season 3. Not really gonna go too much into it, but pretty much we're recording it here because we felt like this would be the most one of the more special ways we could do this. We got bigger internet personalities previously. This one is definitely special because of the fact that we have essentially, members of, you could say members of the fan base, really.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Our fans.
Yeah, we have our fans here, with us doing this one, so it's kind of a neat touch.
And for all of you who wish you could join us, come to AWA. We'll do something like this again next year.
Yeah. God, I hope we don't end up with like 15 people and we can't do it in the hotel room. We have to go like the AWA staff, like, please give us a video room.
We're not gonna get 15 people here. There's
15 people would just be so much.
That would be funny, but
that would be way too much.
We'd also end up having to do it like 12 a.m. when like the video room's not showing.
There's the only way. Okay, I know we said this and everything. It's like, come to AWA and we'll do something like this again. We might get 3 people if we're lucky.
Yeah, it's just a thing. So anyway, now that we've gotten that out of the way, we said all that. We might as well just say, welcome everybody to My Little Pony Friendship is Magic, Season 3, Episode...
And is the TV off?
No, it's paused.
No, it's paused.
Yeah.
So it's
okay.
Yeah.
Okay, good. Just making sure, because that would have been really fun if you could play, and we're like, the sound comes up, we're like, fuck! Okay, so yeah, Season 3, Episode...
13, Season Finale, Magical Mystery Cure. It's a beautiful day in the neighborhoods. Yeah.
Mr. Rogers. To Ponyville.
Mr.
Are you
Rogers.
ever gonna get rid of that fucking beehive?
Well, she probably gets honey from it now.
Yeah.
You gotta love
that's like me on Monday when I have to go to school.
Yeah. By the way,
I'm pretty sure that's every kid on Monday when they have to go to school.
It's kind of funny where basically this is the episode where Danny Ingram's like, I wrote songs for this season.
There's Daisy in the background.
That's not Tara Strong. I'd like to.
No, in fact...
We're not going to dance on the table like this for you guys. We'd probably break the coffee table and then we'd get out.
I love these two in the background. Those two colt stallions. Just this look. Look at it. All I can think of is Charlie Unicorn. It's a magical world of wonder.
What?
It is an interesting concept how the fandom has brought up the whole thing. It's like how some of these ponies would have gotten the kitty marks and Pinkie Pie married Big Mac and stuff. It does make me wonder how the fuck did Rarity end up with that? I can't fathom because they keep their personalities basically. I just can't fathom a situation that she would get into where she has to go really fast. No, that's Sonic the Hedgehog will not run away from my fashion design. She's just like chasing him with a dress.
Yeah. And I guess might as well start talking about this right now. That kind of basically the elephant in the room about this episode. It was way too fast.
Way too short.
Basically, this is what happens when they have a two-parter idea and they're not allowed to do a two-parter.
Dr. Hooves.
Officially Time Turner, but yeah.
No, it's Dr. Hooves.
He had a moon.
He
had a moon on his flank, so that was not him.
It looked like him.
Yeah, it looked just like him, but he had a moon.
Regeneration.
This is Rainbow Dash's cottage. We didn't have like.
Okay, someone explain to me how Rainbow Dash got in charge of pets. From the fandom perspective of how this would have actually happened.
I think
she went after Fluttershy when Fluttershy fell, and found all of the animals.
That would make sense to me.
Well, she's horrible with them.
Then Rainbow Dash just starts going, I've got these chipmunks and these cats, but what does the fox say?
Oh God, no!
And Fox just comes out, ding, 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 ding.
Vital!
She looks so fucking weird from the front.
That's
so fucking weird.
Guess we're used to seeing her from the side on everything.
Yeah, like that.
Daisy, how did you get here? You're like outside on the other side of the town.
Does anybody? Yeah,
Changeling.
Is she just like following Twilight around?
Does anybody else think that like the cutie marks seem bigger on them for some reason?
No, they look about right.
By the way, it's maybe just because they're out of their
character.
By the way, I love the way Pinkie Pie looks like this.
Straight-haired Pinkie.
Yeah, because she's straight-haired happy. Well, she's not like happy.
She's straight-haired normal.
Yeah. It's also really cute how she talks in the Southern accent. And in that line of thought, she should not be talking in the Southern accent.
She should be talking in like.
I think it. I guess it was like. I want to believe that maybe they had Ashley Ball try to maybe do more of like a high society voice with Applejack, but
she can't do.
I don't know. Maybe for some reason trying to age it up from the Philly Applejack maybe was a little bit more difficult.
Or they just didn't think about it. I don't know.
Would that hurt or help going from extreme sunburn to extreme cold?
That's actually very painful because that's an extreme temperature change. Like basically, here's the thing: we burnt you have that sunburn, which means you've gone one way.
Yes.
But you gotta remember something else. The extreme cold can pretty much feel the same way as fire.
Yep.
It's pretty much a burn.
I should know this. I've been to Alaska.
So what do you think about all this, Mighty?
Talk, Mighty.
Seriously, don't be a second straight year of just being quiet.
Well, it's kind of hard with you all talking.
Well, then get your thoughts out quicker.
Just make a comment.
Yeah.
Just go like.
Look, how does this make you feel? How does Twilight reading a note make you feel?
Bananas. That makes you feel bananas.
I mean, I don't wait for this asshole to ever make comments.
That's a horrible thing to say about Mighty.
Anyway, yeah, this.
I just can't switch it.
Yeah. I mean, I do like the fact that we actually see what actually did cause it.
Yeah. I do like the fandom thing too. Is like just
I just noticed that there are actually different colors too.
Yeah, actually, yeah, they're kind of wrong because technically the I get it. I get it. The apple is purple to represent that she switched places with Rarity, not so much that.
Oh, I was thinking it was the other way around for whatever reason.
Actually, well, wait a minute. That's right. Rainbow Dash is pink, so that means Fluttershy should have been that. Yeah. Okay. I guess.
We have to like pause it on the colors to really see.
Yeah.
Close-up shot. To edit in post.
But yeah, kind of what I was saying earlier. That really, this was like this is like one of those times where we really should have gotten a two-parter. Like this whole thing with the cutie marks.
This song, shush. This song's awesome.
Yeah, there needs to be a longer version. Like I know there's a longer version of the song, but I don't know if it's been released yet.
Yeah, and remember, Brock, we're commentators. We don't shut up for songs.
But the song's so good.
No matter how much the comment people want.
Yeah, no matter how much you people in the comments tell us to shut up, we can't shut up. That would go against.
I'm one of the guys that tells you guys to shut up during ads.
Well, too bad. Now we're in the actual room. We can just tell you shut up, Ron.
You tell me to shut up on the stream anyway.
never do it. This time we can make you shut up.
You know, it's kind of weird if you think about it. Like half of those animals we've never actually seen in that cottage before.
Oh, this sucks so good.
Tell me why am I a spy? Oh, Skype, what am I gonna do?
But oh god, but,
what am I gonna do, Spy? Cool if you just cast the spell 4 more times. It's like everybody in the fandom makes those comments.
Yeah, everyone's like, oh, just cast it again.
Well, that won't help. That'll just switch them again.
Yeah, I mean, you could go with the idea that you could keep casting it, keep randomizing it until hopefully it works itself out.
It's just Twilight, like Miss Bellman, the mayor. Nope. Nope. Turn around, Brian.
I do have to say, like, I don't know if that eye effect really works for me for this whole realization thing. Like I get, like, you know, I remember back in the very first episode how the spark in the eye really worked for when she realized the thing, but I don't know if it really worked on this specific occasion.
I didn't mind it.
Bonbon, just go to Lyra. That'll cheer you up.
Pick a voice.
Or Sweet Drops, I think, as they call her, the toy.
Oh, the Bonbon's called Sweet Drops?
And they're like the vinyl one, like the stuff that you find at Hot Topic.
Yeah.
Vinyl's called vinyl.
Yeah, I think it is.
Well, like they actually have the Spitfire and the Bonbon at my Toys R Us. Anyway, watching the show. I love how it's still kind of like snowing and stuff if you pay attention.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, this is kind of, once again, I can kind of come back to my point of the fact that this should have been been a two-parter. Like, there could have been a little bit more time dedicated to these. You know,
It really should have ended with her
being the vaporization thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, that'd be a decent ending. You know, it's like, oh, what's going to happen next? And in the next episode, it's something.
Quack. The beaver is chewing on the chimney block.
Yes.
No, that doesn't work.
Yes, it does work.
It's stone.
Beaver teeth are like super strong, man.
Except rock is still rock.
You should know. You have it in your name. We expect you to be a rock expert.
It's rock, not stone.
He's a rocket scientist?
Boo!
We want tasty meat stuff.
We want cupcakes.
We want meat byproducts.
Do they expect us to swallow this tripe?
Angel.
Well, it is tripe.
No, cursive, the meat company, have some free tripe. Hey, this is like I'm meant to be. Like all the pictures in here and everything are of me. Because they didn't seem to fucking change.
That would have been an interesting time.
As a person born in Las Vegas, I am offended by the slot machine in their eyes.
Jackpot.
Ding, 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 ding.
I think someone actually did that.
She starts spitting out cashews. Cashews in your mouth.
Oh.
Then instead the rabbit just like hits it on the head.
Actually, would mice even eat acorns?
If they were hungry enough, maybe.
You know, I do have to, actually, one of those little touches with this show that
they just keep going, they just walk off, keep singing. Yeah.
It's like, get back in. One of the things I kind of appreciate with them doing like this smaller musical number here, like with all of them here, they don't always move like in time with each other. It's just like they all have like their own individual movements. I do really like that.
I love this, like a pure Rainbow Dash moment coming up right here. Just that. She like just flings the sweat off. She's like, yeah, I'm awesome.
Does anybody else think that the sound effect right there should actually just be like like
the
fast forwarding?
Yeah, a rewind sound effect.
This place looks awful. Why is she wearing that hat?
Wow, we actually
we ran out of stuff to say. Mighty speed.
I'm so terrible at this. That cobweb's formed in one day.
Also, Was it just me, or were one of the outfits on the thing being pushed out there a sailor suit?
Yes, it was actually. It was the Stay Puft Marshmallow suit.
It's the Stay Puft Marshmallow Pony.
Yes! That needs to be
I love that line, because maybe I'm still having it. Who cares?
Yeah, didn't you see the Big Mac Cheerly episode?
Hearts and Hooves Day.
Hearts and Hooves Day. Didn't you pay attention during Hearts and Hooves Day? If you remove one apple farmer and one teacher, society crumbles.
Also, Pinky with Wetman. A little back there.
I do wonder what the fuck Big Mac and Apple Bloom and all of them were doing while Pinkie Pie was like running around the farm.
Yeah, you'd think Big Mac would have been like trying to subdue her and like keep her out of the way.
Nope. Nope.
Seriously, that's another interesting thing. Apparently, Pinkie Pie is the entire reason that this town stays sane.
Yes.
I think this is also the weakest one. I'm sorry, this is the weakest one to fix. Because they just throw it on and put those in and it's like, okay, she's better now. She doesn't have to do anything else.
Yes!
Everybody's like, oh my god, she's not dead!
I want to see you smile. Smile, smile, smile.
I don't know why, but the pony's doing those front flips just amused the hell out of me way more than it should have.
Meanwhile, in the background, Evening Storm, I didn't do it!
Yeah. And it's moments like this in this episode that make me, brings up the point that this is not a bad episode.
It's just
a rushed episode.
The only problem with it is its pacing.
Yeah,
they had to rush through it.
Yeah.
Really, I'm guessing they. Well, we'll get into that during the discussion.
Yeah, we'll get that during the discussion, but. Period.
You can't just create spells like that.
Shut up.
Second mighty comment of the video.
Yeah, I like the look on her face like, what? What just happened? Fires and aces!
This is the part I don't get though. It's like she looks like she realizes what's going on.
No, I think.
Yet then in the next scene she's like, "Where am I?"
I think she realizes that.
What? 5 points.
That's back to the cutie mark on their own. Like, yeah, if they had ended right there with this episode, that would have been a really interesting, cliffhanger going to the next. Like, wait, what does this mean? I think what it really is that she realized that the magic wasn't like
Killing her.
Wasn't killing her. It was like she could tell it was like a positive magic. So she just went ahead and went like, okay, I want to see what this does.
Do you believe in magic in a young mare's heart?
Here's a good question.
If you don't believe in magic, you're an idiot because the universe is every fucking day.
So, is there never... What is this place? Like,
doesn't she call it the celestial plane or something?
I don't know.
So like,
I don't remember.
I don't think she says it, but yeah, it's pretty much just like another plane of... I know Celestia is not a goddess, and Twilight didn't get killed and resurrected.
No.
Sorry, but it's been confirmed by the creators that that's not what happened. You need to let go of that idea.
See, the idea is that this is essentially this is basic. Yeah, this is pretty much another facet of reality. Is what it kind of is like.
Celestia is old enough to be able to access it, but this isn't like heaven or something. That's what gets me is when people are trying to say, well, Celestia's a goddess, and blah 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 blah.
Celestia's not a goddess.
And Twilight died, and Celestia resurrected her because like they've already commented that the magic comes from Twilight herself. Twilight earned her princesshood.
Yep.
Yeah.
Celestia had nothing to do with it. It's just like I don't like when people are trying to say, well, they're goddesses. I don't care how it looks.
I just realized. So basically, the way the fandom is trying to put Twilight in this is that she's Jesus.
Pretty much.
Jesus allegories everywhere!
But Lauren has come out and flat out said, I didn't intend for Celestia and Luna to be goddesses, so just let it go.
Well,
I mean, if you want to have it for your little fanfics and stuff, that's fine. Just
that's what Lauren intended.
Yeah, I mean, they can be. I mean, here's the thing. I
don't care.
They can be worshipped like goddesses, but that's a completely different thing.
Well, it's not supposed to be religious, period.
Yeah.
Anyway, going back to this and not getting into the whole rant, I've met too many people that are like, well, Celestia is a goddess, and I hate the show when she's not descripted as such. It's like, then don't watch the show.
Hey, brand new star in the sky.
Yeah.
Oh god, it's coming towards us! Ah! Like, Twilight comes out of it, they're all like burning. They're like, ah!
Hi, girls!
Wings! Man, I remember when the fandom was so pissed about this.
The fact that when this originally leaked out, like not like the idea of Princess Twilight, or the Valcorn Twilight, like everybody was wondering if it was actually going to happen and things like that.
And then it was confirmed.
We found out it was going to happen. Then they switched to Equestria Girls. Then they switched to something else, and then they're going to switch to something else.
Down with Molestia.
I'm glad that only lasted like what, a day?
Like 2 weeks most.
I love this guy.
Classic Pinky. Vintage Pinky.
For some reason, that look just made me think she was like, "Why did you do that?"
Why
does Pinky do anything?
Exactly.
It would be like you'd walk to her house and she'd be sitting there bathing in a banana chocolate sundae, like a giant sundae. She'd just be bathing in it. You wouldn't ask because it's Pinky. You'd just be like, "Hi, Pinky."
Yeah, interesting.
I'm gonna go now.
Interesting. No, we had the season 1 DVDs, and we actually watched. Well, at least like me, Videomaster, and Mighty here. We watched the commentary track to episode 1 on that. They do actively acknowledge that they use Pinky to do fourth wall jokes intentionally.
Of course, she's Pinky.
Yeah.
They're also figuring out the magic as well.
Yeah, apparently the idea of how the magic is portrayed is like as in magic in general. That's something
There's
that
Bonbon and Lyra.
Yeah. Supposedly that's something that they're like still working on even to now. They're still working on it even while working on season 4 pretty much.
Now, for those of you who don't like Luna's outfit, screw you. I like her.
I love it. I don't know why people are complaining about it. I think it's a neat
Because here's the thing: when dealing with any fandom, people will find a reason to complain about anything, and you two should fucking talk.
Just like Braver.
I will kill you. I swear to God, if the voice actor for Braver, if we ever end up in a con with voice actor for Braver, I'm just gonna stand up and go like, "You."
I would find it really funny if it's revealed in season 4 that all of those ponies are actually Fluttershy's sisters.
No, they're all changelings.
No more changeling nonsense.
All the changeling
No,
nonsense.
shut up.
All the changelings.
Yeah, but I am definitely looking forward to seeing like how they're gonna put in the idea of Twilight being worked into royalty in season 4.
Apparently the next 2 episodes of season 4, like the beginning ones, are the next 2 parts of this.
Yeah, so
So essentially the story is continuing off this.
It's a 3-parter.
Yeah, someone said like this is actually
Yeah, like
part 1 of a 3-parter.
I think it was Megan herself that said it.
Yeah, I think it was Megan.
By the way, did we miss the part where Shining Armor talked to her?
No, that's
okay.
coming up.
Like Rainbow's hat. Kind of Robin Hood.
Now their outfits,
They're okay.
Lou Gehrig reference.
Some pony. I never thought it would be this easy.
Lyra's freaking rocking out there.
Oh, here it is.
Yeah, we saw the derby wink. And now comes the stupid ass thing that I hate.
Yes!
It's crying.
Liquid pride.
It's fine to cry. I hated it so much where everybody's like, "Oh, liquid pride, liquid pride." It's not funny.
Dr. Who's
It was okay. I think what it is that it was funny when he did it, and then everybody really ran with it too much.
like the changeling thing?
At least he didn't say gack.
Oh God,
No!
Yeah, it's
Out.
basically just manic tears. It's just not way to say it.
Yes. Live in equestrian.
I mean, I swear to God, the first shot of season 4 better
be good.
Yeah. By the way, the first shot of season 4 better be the tree, better be the library tree, and it's got castle walls built around it.
That'd be awesome.
It's like
I'm a princess now.
maybe even like even better. Like a pony walks up to it, and then there's a guard like, "What are you doing here? I just want a book. This is the library."
And Twilight just pokes her head out the window. I told you not to build that. How did you do it?
And of course, everybody of course brings up the point of like, hey, she's flying like perfectly right there, and then Equestria Girl, she's having issues. I think the point of that, well, let's see. Actually, yeah, the point of that is more that, like right here, I think the magic's still riding high, so she's just, it's sort of like an assist.
I think it's just one of those things that you're just gonna have to overlook.
Yeah.
It's kind of like in other shows where a character will do something in like the first season, and then and the writers will forget that they could do that, and then in the later season they don't remember or something like that. So you just gotta have to go with it.
The pressure of being a princess.
Alright, so yeah, we went back to menu. It's time for the discussion of the episode.
Yep. Yay.
I forgot what we were particularly saving for this.
Well,
Something about a rant.
Like there was something like I said we'll get to that when we get to the ending thing.
yeah, whatever. Well, let's just go and just do like normal. So, with this season finale, this is really like this isn't an episode where I say, you know, oh, there were, you know, like this episode was just flat out bad or something like that. You know, and honestly, for the idea of what it was a good idea on how to end out the season. The problem being is that it didn't get enough time to do what it needed to do.
Yeah, I think that might have actually been part of what we were starting about. It's like, well, I remember. I think I was going to go into the forest. Like, what I think happened is that they had certain episodes already queued up in production on them, and then it turned out, oh crap, we got to get these done, and now we don't have enough time for these other episodes. Because I can't think of any other reason we got those 2 Spike episodes. Especially, like, we didn't need 2 focused on Spike.
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe they just thought maybe they really thought this could be our last season. Let's give Spike 2 episodes because he hasn't gotten any. And then, you know, the whole thing with where he was helping Applejack was supposed to be the rarity episode. Yeah. But it got changed at the last moment.
I think another way to look at, like, to me, like, maybe there was, like,
before we crush it.
There was also, like, maybe some other stuff that they ended up putting in that originally they weren't going to do because they thought they might have more time. Like honestly, maybe the Discord thing could have been saved for, like, season 4, like, where it could have been given more time to work with.
Yeah, it was like, I think that was another thing that I think we talked about then, is, like, maybe the Discord episodes, like, they originally planned it to be longer or something, but then they weren't able to. Who knows?
Yeah.
All in all, though, yeah, I really hope the writers start to learn that there's only so much you can put in, and you got to pace yourselves better.
Yeah.
Because I'm getting really tired of the pacing problems that we've gotten
over and
episode. Otherwise, songs good.
Yeah, the
songs are fine. Songs are great, actually.
I mean, this was essentially a season finale, the musical.
Yeah.
There's a reason Dan Ingram's on the show, people.
Yeah.
Like, the idea was great and everything. Yeah, this is just one of those things where I wish they would just go back and redo as 2 episodes, but they're not.
Yeah. That'd be pretty interesting if, like, season 3 set for DVD comes out, has director's cut.
If they were to do that, I'd be like, go back and do a director's cut of Nightmare Night. I want that rarity scene. Yeah, the whole thing with Princess Linerary. I hate the fact that that scene was cut. I hate it.
Yeah, but, you know, the thing was, though, is that in that situation, yeah, there were time constraints on that one, and honestly, the thing about that, though, is that with Nightmare Night, they still had, you know, a solid episode, even without that scene.
This one, there was no way to do it.
Yeah.
There was no way to do this in one episode. That's just the problem. It was the same thing with pretty much the Discord one and this one. There was no way to do them in one episode. It had to be 2, and they weren't able to do that. And I think that's like the main reason why season 3 fails in most people's eyes. Is we had a lot of episodes that are just kind of there, and very few episodes that could have been great, but they weren't long enough.
Yeah.
It's like, personally, like, I love the first 2. The whole Crystal Empire thing.
Yeah,
that was good. That was a good start. The Pinkie Pie one, I'm very indifferent to. I could have done without it.
But I mean,
it's not a bad episode.
Yeah, it was entertaining, but you know, yeah, it was you know, it was an episode that could have been, you know, interchanged out in any season.
The next after that was Babseed, which
Babseed
actually is a good one, and that was the one I was very afraid would not go because it was the whole bully stuff. But Babseed is an interesting, fun character, and it worked.
And the song was great too.
Yeah, and, I mean, they actually...
Mighty, come on.
Mighty, speak
Say
up.
things. We have you.
Well, we keep interrupting him.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Mighty. We'll shut up.
Yeah.
I was just saying, like, for like the whole pacing thing, like, I think like someone said this before, like, basically I think creators may have thought this may have been their actual last season, and like because of the whole like Quest Girl movie, like that may have came out of nowhere, so they had to like kind of scramble a little bit, and so they try to like, okay, let's try to end this.
Well, I've heard that they had plans for Equestria Girl since the beginning of the second season.
But yeah, I think what it is they had plans for Equestria Girls. They weren't sure if it was going to happen. And
it's also the possibility that they had like most of season 2 and season 3 already planned by the beginning of season 2.
Yeah, and because they knew how many episodes they had in their original contract, which was the 65.
Because it's like one of the things I remember hearing mentioned was that the Trixie episode Magic Duel, that was actually planned to be a season 2 episode. They had that started at the beginning of season 2. They're like, we know we're bringing Trixie back.
But I think what ended up happening there is they decided, I don't know. I think the thing though with Magic Duel, it's honestly like with the fact that she didn't show back up in season 2 and it took to season 3. I think that made her return more special in a way.
Yeah.
So I think that helped. Like Princess Luna coming back in season 2 made sense to do it in season 2. Well, honestly, it would have made more sense to have her at least show up in season 1 at some point.
I remember that there was something about that. They actually weren't able to bring her back in season 1. They had to wait for season 2.
Yeah.
But it was great, and she came back, and it's like, yeah, that's just the thing. It's like, I don't know what goes on behind the scenes, so I guess just...
Okay, so kind of going back to our review of episodes of the season.
Yeah.
Episode 5 was Magic Duel.
Of course,
and
I loved it.
it was a good it was a good episode. Whether you're a fan of Trixie or not, it was a good episode.
Yeah.
It really helped. It really came out of there, and it's probably the only time in this season that they basically the only time in the season that they basically, or that I've seen out of them recently, that they flipped a character's alignment basically, and
everyone flipped out, and then it was revealed.
And then it worked because with Trixie, she was being controlled by the amulet basically, and then being broken of the amulet power, I can see that basically in her mind being like really affecting her to where
there really should have been a scene though. That's the only issue of that episode. There should have been a scene where Trixie comes to terms with what she did. It wasn't.
I also
but it worked better.
I also kind of like the Magic Duel thing because like even though like Twilight's like kind of powerful with her magic, it kind of showed that she's not overly powerful. There's still stuff that she still cannot do that with the amulet Trixie could do and everything.
Yeah.
So she had to.
Yeah.
That actually does bring up an interesting question about season 4. Sorry to interrupt you,
Yeah.
but now that Twilight's an Alucorn, will she start being able to do age spells and stuff? Are we going to get an episode where she actually does something like that and she's trying to fix it? That would be interesting.
Oh god, we're going to go back to Twilight screwing up things again.
Yes. Best thing.
Yeah, but let's see. We move on from there. Episode 6. What was episode 6 again?
Episode Family?
No. Sleepless.
Sleepless.
Yeah, that was Scootaloo episode where everybody, once again, another thing that everybody freaked out on. Wait, when can Luna go into dreams?
You probably could have
I still can't get over CR's little rant about it. It's like, well, that really destroys the series. Not really.
Yeah,
basically, still talking about CR here.
But it's pretty much the idea of just like honestly that episode itself. It was a nice episode. I will admit there should have been a little bit more to there should have been a little bit more interaction to where Rainbow Dash would have really gotten more of the idea of basically being like a sibling character to Scootaloo, not being an actual sibling, just sort of playing the older sister.
I guess they're saving that for the season 4 episode where it looks like Scootaloo has to come to terms with not being able to fly, which I hate that they're doing.
Oh no!
Well, I'm hoping the way they portray that is that she comes to terms with the fact that she's taking longer to learn how to fly.
Yeah, hopefully, but I have a feeling they're just going to make it where it's like, well, Scootaloo just can't.
Well, and then everyone's gonna complain like Derpy because Scootaloo's special.
Those people can show. Like, if it happens, it happens. I'm going to be disappointed. The people who are complaining, you just ignore them.
Yeah.
We're always going to have people in any fandom that are complaining about stupid ass shit. You just got to ignore them.
Me is like, even if she did have the disability, like, you know, with like the things she can like do with her scooter, she can like learn to like, hey, I might not be able to do this, but I can still do all this other like real cool stuff. You know?
Yeah, I think that's what
she's
going
very
for.
acrobatic, is what she is.
Yeah,
so even if she can't fly, she'd be able to do a whole bunch of stunt stuff.
Yeah, she could like make up for it by doing other things. So
you know what would be really interesting? That they go through the whole thing. They showcase that she can't fly, but in coming to terms with what she can do, she gets her cutie mark. That would be very interesting.
That would be interesting, but I
don't think.
I'll admit
I doubt it. I doubt it. It's so hard, but
yeah.
Mostly from like, I think one of the key markers getting their cutie mark would be like a really huge twist thing for the series.
Yeah. Let's see. Okay.
Like,
then seven was.
I think at least
Wonderbolt.
7 was the
Wonderful.
family.
No, 7 was Wonderbolt Academy.
I keep
loved it
because I keep thinking that the Spike one was 8, but no, the Spike one was 9.
Yeah.
So yeah, Wonderbolt Academy was great as the military guy, Sergeant Rock, blah blah blah. Of course, I loved it.
But considering his opinion doesn't matter.
But
all the press.
Yeah. So episode 7, all the Top Gun jokes. But anyway,
I really hope we get Lightning Dust as a character back.
Same here.
But I really liked episode 7 because it really showed off how far Rainbow Dash came as a character.
Yeah.
Like if you can like place early season 1 Rainbow Dash in that same situation, would have been right along with Lightning Dust. She would have been doing all the same stuff.
She might not have quite have been so
over the top,
like reckless, but
yeah.
But still, she wouldn't have come to the. She would probably have taken longer, I guess, really, to come to the same realization.
Yeah.
I guess.
So Lightning Dust is like a good little kind of dark side of Rainbow Dash sort of antagonist.
I am your true self.
Come to the dark side.
You are not me.
It's symbolic.
Just Rainbow Dash.
Symbology.
So not. It turns out, listen to plot twist, that Lightning Dust was never real. She was just.
No, it's not true. It's impossible. You're not my sister.
But let's see. Then episode 8 was MLPFiM Reunion, which was definitely a fun episode.
Yeah.
Yep.
Fuck you, Braeburn.
Yeah, I'm still kind of pissed that that's apparently the last time we'll see Babsy for a while. I keep hearing that she's not showing up in season 4.
Yeah, that's what I heard too.
Wait, wasn't there supposed? I thought there were plans for an episode for them to go to like Manhattan.
Not that I've heard of.
I don't know. Maybe that was just one of the rumors I heard.
The closest thing that I've seen is there's apparently we're sorry about the season 4 spoilers, but there's apparently one where they get superpowers, and they're in a city, and I have no idea what the hell's going on there. I also don't think I'm going to enjoy that episode because it just seems like one of those silly cartoon throwaway episodes.
Yeah. Who else thinks?
I got a feeling I'm going to enjoy it.
Who else thinks it's going to be a dream?
I have no idea.
But I get the feeling.
We'll see. Like I'll give it its shot. I somehow don't think I'm gonna think it's all that. I don't know. I didn't think I was gonna like the Babseed one. So.
Okay, episode. All right. Episode 9. Wait, I'm sorry, Money, but I am gonna try and I'm gonna try and make it.
Because we've already had like tons of time talking about the episodes.
Yeah, this is the finale, so we are allowing ourselves to run longer. In fact, this may be a completely separate video too.
Yeah. But yeah, 9 was the Spike one.
So 9 was Spike at your service, which the main issue, honestly, the main issue with it, like I can leave the original storyline as it is. Bring in the Dragon Code thing, whatever. That's just adding something to a character that we didn't know previously. That's fine. But the whole thing about making Spike suddenly really, really clumsy and all that stuff.
Yeah, I had a problem too. Like, he was really good with Twilight with everything. It's like, why are you such a fuck up now?
Yeah, it's like, it was that and the fact that, he sits there and goes, well, I'm gonna leave, and then Twilight's just like, and he just takes it for face value. He's like, Spike, you grew up with her. But we already mentioned that.
Yeah,
in the
it's
video,
basically
so.
they really kind of dumbed down Spike for that episode, and it came off badly.
With familiarity comes efficiency.
And this is one of the things that I have to actually agree. And I'm sorry I keep bringing up CR, but he's like one of the biggest people that have been ranting about ponies. So I just happen to know his rants. But yeah, he brought up, this is the one part where he brings up a point that I agree with. One of the reasons he doesn't like a lot of the season 3 episodes like this one is because they take one of the characters and they take one of the flaws or something and they try to like blow it out of proportion. Like Lesson 0, Twilight went a little too crazy. I mean, I know a lot of people like seeing crazy Twilight, but I don't think she should have reached that area. And like Pinkie Pie, for the Pinkie Keen, I don't really think she should have gone there. And with Fluttershy, with the whole putting your hoof down, it's like, didn't we already go through this? And that's the problem with all of those. They're still okay, and I can see it. Okay, well, Fluttershy was getting a little bit more, but not quite that much. And this is what really got set in. But
yeah, but I think what it is that for some reason in those episodes, I guess for some reason in those episodes, I think it's because I'm not sure why, because in those episodes we were able to still go with it and we still enjoyed going along with those. But for some reason when it came to Spike here, I guess for some reason it felt like an insult to his character.
Yeah.
Is what it was. To me, at least.
Also, to me, like the whole, like oh, you saved my life, so I'm going to dedicate everything to you. Oh, hey, how about I have him save my life? And then you're like...
Well, that's a common trope.
Yeah,
that's an old
Yeah, I know.
It's a common trope.
Yeah, that's just what I was saying. Like, yeah, it's a really common trope. It's like I can tell what the episode was already. So
yeah, that's one of the problems with these things. And I'm going to another famous person, nostalgia critic, who always harps on the bully just being a bully or the love triangle or something. It's like, yeah, you may hate it, but not everybody does. And
there are no original ideas.
The
only I'm trying to quote someone here. It's a Ruby writer. There are no original ideas. It's only how you do them that matters.
Mm-hmm. That's the whole thing. There's always going to be a trope that you hate, that you absolutely can't stand.
Yeah.
But other people don't like. Something Nostalgia Critic hates is the liar revealed thing. I have absolutely no problem with that trope.
Yeah.
None at all.
Yeah.
It doesn't bother me in the least bit. I can watch it happen again and again. Because, yeah, it just depends on how it's done. With Doug Walker, though, there's really no good way to do it. He just hates it. So.
Yeah. And that's a lot of this. This really, a lot of times this comes down to personal opinions. There's no, we can't tell you, hey, this is really good. You should, this is really good. That's it. There's no way this is bad. Because that's just our opinion. Our opinion is basically we say we think we liked it or we didn't like it. We can't dictate how you feel about something.
It's like you'll never make me like photo finish.
or make you hate Trixie.
Pretty much.
Season 4, they're related.
I was about to say season 4.
I wouldn't care. I honestly wouldn't care. In fact, I would love that episode because I think Trixie and Photo Finish would have great interactions. It's just I'm still not going to like Photo Finish.
Okay.
Yeah,
anyway.
I would agree with you there.
Okay. Moving on to one of the more infamous ones going around for why people have problems with this. And that's the Discord one.
We pretty much mentioned it. Yeah, we just.
This one should have been a two-parter as well.
I swear, I'm like the only person who has no problems with this season whatsoever.
Well, it's like
there's a lot of people. It's just that we're paid not really to nitpick.
No, here's the thing. It's it's not like this. Here's the thing. I still enjoyed this season. It's just that there's still moments in it that I'm like, yeah, this was definitely a misstep. Such as this Discord thing. This should have been it should have been 2 episodes. Because basically his turnaround time was pretty much was about the span of 5 minutes. And one of the reasons Trixie worked is because she's been the way she has for basically her life and the magical thing.
It's like
Discord has been around for thousands of years. He's the embodiment of chaos.
We did get one of the best lines out of Discord though. Fine, friendship is magic.
He looks around. Nobody heard me say that right. Then can we go off to
basically the spiritual two-parter, I guess you could say.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, that's
the whole the Spike taking after the
yeah.
Spike taking after the pets wasn't all that bad. It was amusing and everything.
Yeah.
I still think it should have been the second episode. The way the episodes are actually constructed, because like at the end of Pony's play, you see Spike under the thing. That would have been the perfect thing for you to go, wait, what? What's this about? And then they show what happens to Spike instead of the opposite way. It just seems really weird.
And I guess to their credit, the idea behind that was maybe, we're going into the last episode, which is going to focus on the main six anyway. So maybe the episode before that should focus on them. So that way, you're still going with that cast.
Yeah. It was probably something like that. But yeah, it was okay. Although seriously, what the hell's up with the economy of Equestria? We'll get it. It's like we haven't actually done the Let's Watch for that episode as of the recording of this, but we'll get to that there about how a little gem can buy a big ass hairdryer, yet a larger one can buy you like a cup of sugar.
Well, the speck of diamond could buy you more than like a ton of gold.
Yeah.
But it's the economy of Equestria is really freaking weird.
Anyway, so then to games Ponies play. In fact, while you guys talk about the games Ponies play, I'm going to adjust the camera a little bit.
Games Ponies play.
That's the one with the whole Miss Peachbottom or Chickadee, because we don't have an official name for her, as far as I'm aware of at this time. I really liked her character. It's a fairly. It's a fairly played out trope. There we go.
What the finding somebody and mistaking them for who you're supposed to.
It's a predictable episode. You guessed pretty much what's going to go on, but
although it did give us a really good little comic where they're like, I wonder why Cloudsdale will never host the. I wonder why Cloudsdale will never host the Equestria games. It's like, hi, welcome to Cloudsdale.
He just goes through the class. That's one of the things I was wondering about. I was like, you can't host it in Cloudsville. Earth ponies and unicorns can't step on the clouds.
Yeah, magic. Yeah, then of course,
the unicorns could do that, but what about the Earth ponies? Like
magic.
What if they miss one?
Magic.
No, magic is like, okay, did we get them all? No, I'll go get her.
See, exactly. That's what they should do.
Yeah, but but pretty much, and then we move on. And well, we kind of did talk a good bit about Magical Mystery Cure already, but basically,
not really much to say.
The main issue of it will always be that needed to be a two-parter as well. That really needed more
all
time.
the episodes, like the Discord one, I would have forgiven if it was only that one, but both of these, I definitely just... This one really should have. We should have just cut out the stupid Spycatcher service and gave us a two-parter for this.
Yeah, I think, at the very least, I think Spycatcher service would have been alright if thrown into, like, Season 4, I think.
Yeah. That's, like, another thing that people brought up. It's like, they should have just held off and done these for Season 4 when they knew they had more time. But yeah, there was probably, they didn't know if there was
there's a good chance they probably record it because you do, like in American animation, you do record, or I think in most when you're actually making the animation, because like even in Japan they do that. It's just that when we dub over something over here, the animation's already done. But pretty much majority of the time you're recording the lines before the animation is even started.
Yep. That's pretty much the case with Invader.
Because what ends up happening is the animators animate the characters to the voice, really. So it kind of helps where how the voice actor portrays the character, the animator can then make the movements kind of match that portrayal.
Also mouth movements.
Yeah.
That also helps.
Pretty much though, if you notice how Season 4 took a very long time to be announced. I think that was the reason. They did not know there was going to be a Season 4 until, pretty much they were just about done animating everything.
Yeah. At the very least, they were in the middle of animation for Season 3. Because, remember, any of these episodes can take a while to actually go through the entire production process.
What I'm guessing is that what they had planned for Season 3 was already set in stone.
Yeah, they couldn't pretty much retract it. So
yeah, they couldn't sit there and go back. Actually, let's make this a two-parter.
Yeah. So really, this is pretty much the season of. This is a season where it had problems, but we can find reasons to forgive it.
This is a season of disappointment.
Yeah, not really,
I'm joking.
Yeah, I can't really say disappointment. It's just
This is a season of
it was
don't be rushed.
Yeah.
This is the season of winter. Winter is coming.
All right, so the sun will be up in a few hours.
Goodbye.
Yes.
Anyway,
all right.
that's about it.
Yeah.
Thank you for joining us.
Thank you for joining us for these past 3 seasons of Pony. We're just now getting other people walking into the room.
The dads are home.
Wow, right at the end. They come in right at the end. Huh?
Yep. All
Okay.
right. See you guys.
Yep. So for that's actually on screen now, baby. But
Just finish your line.
yeah, I was gonna say. So we thank Mighty and Rock for being here, and until next time, this has been Suki.
And the Video Master.
We'll see you guys at I guess next project or next season of Pony.